One thing I tell you is based on the food that they're serving tonight, I may kind of consider saying gala. I was asked, why am I the honoree? So you wouldn't believe it, that those of you, obviously you don't know Colel Duchman too well, but I've been asked to be the honoree for the past. Why'd I give in this year? What's your question? Is an honoree supposed to say why they're the honoree? I was hoping when they announce me, they're going to tell you why I was the honoree, no? Right? What did I write here? By the way, I didn't really write. I saw it said ideas next to the bed in the hotel. So I was like, oh, this is a good idea. All I came with is pressure produces diamonds. Right? I feel like there's one person that I really, really need to thank, and that's the editor of this film.
Sound production, take 2.
No, I'm serious. You know, when I say there used to be a commercial, if we don't look good, you don't look good. So thank you for making me look good. As a young boy, every single Purim, my mother me and my 2 cousins get dressed up and go out and raise money on Purim for widows and orphans. So at a very, very young age, I developed a passion towards helping widows and orphans. My father, Olav Shalom, was always involved in Chesed, whether it was for Russian Jewry, or a chassan who's getting married, or a kala who's getting married. I grew up in a home of Chesed. Being part of Chesed kind of comes easy for me. But that said, there's different varieties of Chesed. Personal Chesed, and Chesed with authenticity is what's really important. Where someone is getting helped on the other side, but they don't feel less than in any way. We're all one big family, and it's not a giver and a recipient. It's just all of us in this together. This is part of our journey. We're doing this. When my children were getting married, I pick up the phone. I have some connection at Colel Chabad, and I would call and I would say, at the same night that my child's wedding, I'd like to be involved, I'd like to participate in the wedding of an orphan. And this massive organization, Colel Chabad, I will get an email which will give me a choice of, I believe they have 2 wedding halls and connections to widows and orphans from all the years that they've been involved with them. They will give me a choice of weddings that are taking place that week. In most cases, there's a wedding that took place on that night. They would send me a bio. This orphan became an orphan in 1997. This is what we did with her, with tutoring, with classes, with the widow and orphan retreat that the mother and the bride attended. Like every single piece of information, it's a family to them. As over the years, I've had the opportunity to talk to some orphans who have been helped by Colel Chabad from their childhood all the way up to them becoming parents. And they will tell you that Colel Chabad is a family to them. And that makes a difference. There's a lot of Chesed organizations out there that do a lot of tremendous, beautiful things. Colel Chabad is special. And in my personal opinion, it's special because of its foundation. It's special because ultimately, who runs Colel Chabad, who's responsible for Colel Chabad? Our Rebbe. In our generation, in our time, nothing happens without our Rebbe's approval. And humbly, I sit here today and I think to myself, I'm humbled and I'm so grateful because I know that me being here this evening has been approved by the Rebbe, the leader of our generation. For that, I'm grateful. Over the years, I've had the merit to introduce Colel Chabad to many of my friends, to many of my colleagues. Usually, you would think that you'd get like, yo, what are you bothering me with this? At the end, after every single trip, consistently, I've always gotten I'd like to thank you so much for introducing me to Colel Chabad. They just got a different point of view of what Chesed really is and how Chesed is really done. What a schus, what a merit. As I'm sitting here tonight, I know that my great-great-grandfather was probably involved with the Alter Rebbe in the time when he started Colel Chabad. So what a big schus to be involved and to be honored by Colel Chabad. My children are involved in Colel Chabad. My children are involved in Chesed. What is it all about as we're raising our children? Biggest nachas that parents could have is when their children are following in their footsteps of Chesed, of kindness. And it brings much nachas, and it makes my wife and I extremely proud when we see our children involved in helping people, specifically as it relates to Colel Chabad. By the way, did I thank my wife and my kids and my grandkids and my nieces and my nephews and my... Did I thank everyone yet? I really don't want to get in trouble. So thank you.